Have you ever wondered if life's toughest moments could be the key to unlocking your deepest spiritual potential? In times of crisis, when everything seems to fall apart, a profound awakening may be just around the corner. Today, we'll explore the fascinating connection between life's challenges and the stirring of Kundalini energy within you. When life flows smoothly, we rarely pause to ponder the deeper questions of existence. Our minds are occupied with mundane concerns: how to earn more, achieve greater success, or find more enjoyment. But when crisis strikes, when our health falters, our relationships crumble, or the very foundation of our lives seems to shake, we are suddenly confronted with questions we've long avoided. What is the meaning of all this? What purpose does my existence serve? Who am I truly, beneath the layers of identity I've constructed? There's something about crisis that strips away our pretenses. The security we thought we possessed, the things we believed belonged to us, all of it is called into question. In these moments of vulnerability, when the carefully constructed armor of our personality begins to crack, a remarkable opportunity arises. It is through these cracks that the light of awakening can shine through. Now, it's crucial to understand that Kundalini doesn't simply enter your life during a crisis. Kundalini is life itself, the fundamental energy that courses through your being, keeping you alive and breathing. Without it, you wouldn't draw a single breath. What truly happens in a moment of crisis is not that Kundalini suddenly appears, but rather that you become acutely aware of something that has always been present within you. Most of us go through life as if we're wrapped in layers upon layers of thick cloth. The energy is there, the intelligence is there, but it's muffled, dampened by our conditioning and habitual patterns of thought. When crisis tears open one of these layers, you may, for the very first time, feel the raw intensity of life pulsating within you. If you're willing to stay present with this intensity, it can become a gateway to profound awakening. But let's be clear, awakening isn't about escaping pain or clinging desperately to pleasure. It's about seeing life as it truly is in all its unfiltered, direct rawness. When your psyche is shaken by crisis, it becomes like freshly tilled soil, ready to receive the seeds of transformation. However, it's important to note that not everyone uses crisis as an opportunity for growth. Many people, when faced with adversity, fall deeper into confusion, anger, or despair. The crucial difference lies in whether you can hold your vulnerability without being consumed by it. If you can remain open, utterly vulnerable yet unbroken, then crisis transforms into a blessing. It becomes a moment where Kundalini, usually dormant at the base of your spine, begins to stir and rise. This isn't some supernatural occurrence. It's about you becoming fully alive to the depths of your own existence. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a house. In times of comfort, you may only inhabit a few rooms, never venturing into the basement or the attic. Crisis is like a storm that blows the doors open, forcing you to explore every nook and cranny of your being. In those unexplored spaces, you may discover treasures you never knew you possessed: strength, resilience, compassion, and wisdom that have always been a part of you. So, does Kundalini enter your life during a crisis? No, not in the way you might think. But in the midst of crisis, you may finally be willing to meet the life force that has always resided within you. If you can approach this encounter with consciousness and awareness, what initially appeared to be a catastrophe can become the doorway to the most profound awakening you've ever experienced. Consider the metaphor of a river. In normal times, you may float along the surface, enjoying the scenery, but never truly engaging with the depths. Crisis is like being thrown into the rapids. Frightening, yes, but also an opportunity to dive deep and discover the powerful currents that have always been flowing beneath the surface. These currents are your Kundalini energy, your life force, waiting to be recognized and channeled. It's important to remember that this awakening process isn't always comfortable or easy. When Kundalini stirs, it can bring up long-buried emotions, memories, and patterns that need to be addressed and released. This is why many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of guidance and support during times of intense transformation. Just as you wouldn't attempt to navigate treacherous waters without proper training and equipment, it's wise to seek wisdom and support as you navigate the inner landscapes revealed by crisis. The key is to approach your challenges with a sense of curiosity and openness. Instead of resisting the discomfort or trying to rush back to normalcy, can you stay present with what's arising? Can you view your difficulties not as punishments or obstacles, but as invitations to grow and evolve? This doesn't mean you should seek out crisis or romanticize suffering. Life will provide plenty of opportunities for growth without you needing to create additional hardship. The invitation is to meet whatever arises with presence and awareness, recognizing that even in your darkest moments, the seed of awakening is present. As you move through challenging times, pay attention to the subtle shifts in your awareness. You may notice increased sensitivity to energy, both within yourself and in your environment. Your intuition might become sharper, and you may find yourself drawn to practices or teachings that support your inner growth. These are all signs that Kundalini is becoming more active in your conscious experience. Remember, this awakening process is deeply personal and unique to each individual. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, and what looks like awakening for one person may be very different for another. Trust your own inner guidance while remaining open to support and wisdom from those who have walked this path before you. In conclusion, while it's not accurate to say that Kundalini enters your life during a crisis, these challenging times can certainly create the conditions for a more conscious relationship with this fundamental life force. Crisis has a way of shaking us out of our complacency, forcing us to confront the deeper realities of our existence. In doing so, it creates an opening, a crack in the edifice of our ordinary consciousness through which the light of awakening can shine. So the next time you find yourself in the midst of difficulty, remember this: the very energy that sustains your life, that animates every cell in your body, is also the power that can transform your consciousness. By staying present, open, and aware, you can use even the most challenging circumstances as catalysts for profound spiritual growth. In this way, crisis becomes not just something to endure, but a sacred opportunity to awaken to the fullness of who you truly are.